Today we're talking about something a lot of us use every single day, Instagram Messenger. Our goal here is really simple. It's to help you understand a bit more about how it works so you can feel confident and stay safe online. This isn't about creating fear, it's just about being aware.
So that brings us to the big question, right? When you're sending a DM on Instagram, it feels like a private space, Just a conversation between you and a friend. But is that the full picture? Let's take a closer look together.
We're going to break this down into 4 parts. First, we'll talk about what private really means in this context. Then, we'll get into what kind of information the app collects and what it's used for. And, most importantly, we'll wrap up with some simple, practical ways to keep your chat safer.
All right, so let's start with that feeling of privacy. Instagram Messenger is designed to feel personal, right? It's where we connect with friends, share jokes, send photos. That sense of it being a private space is really at the heart of the whole experience.
But here's the thing we need to understand. When a chat is called private on Instagram, it just means it isn't public for everyone to see. It doesn't mean the platform itself can't see what's going on inside that chat. And that's a really key distinction to make.
So if our chats aren't totally invisible to the platform, then what exactly is being collected? It turns out it's a little more than just the words you're typing. Let's dig in.
Well, the app gathers a few different kinds of data. First, there's something called metadata. You can think of it like the information on the outside of an envelope. It's not the message itself, but it's who you're talking to and when. The platform also tracks how you interact, the links you click on or the reels you share. It even collects details about your phone, like the model and network. Plus, your photos and videos are scanned by AI. And if you have your Facebook account linked, all that activity can be connected too.
Okay, so the platform is collecting all this info. But why? Well, it's not random. It definitely has a purpose. Let's look at a real-world example to make this a little clearer.
Back in 2021, a leaked internal document showed that Instagram and its parent company scan messages for things like shopping links. Why would they do that? Well, it helps them see what products people are interested in, which in turn helps advertisers show you ads you're more likely to click on. It's a pretty clear example of how data from our so-called private chats can be used.
Hearing all this might feel like a lot. I get it. But the goal here is to feel empowered. Now that you're aware of it, you can take a few simple steps to better protect your information. So let's talk about how you can take back a little bit of control.
Here are 5 really practical things you can do. First, for any really sensitive chats, think about using vanishing mode. Second, and this is a big one, try to avoid sharing personal documents like your ID or passport in any chat. Third, just be careful with links. If something looks suspicious, even from a friend, it's best not to click it. Fourth, take a look at your app permissions. You can actually limit things like access to your microphone or location. And finally, it's a good habit to just delete old conversations you don't need anymore.
It really all boils down to a pretty simple idea. The less you overshare, the safer you're going to be. That's the main principle to keep in mind. Always just pause, think about it, and then share.
I think this is a really helpful way to picture it. Just imagine every chat you have as adding another line to an invisible digital diary. Every message, every photo, it's all an entry. Keeping that image in your mind can really help you be more thoughtful about what you share online.
Today's topic is really just one of the many things we navigate in our digital lives. The goal is never to be afraid of technology, but just to use it with our eyes wide open, to stay informed and to stay cautious, because awareness really is the best form of protection.
So remember, if you stay alert, you stay safe. Thanks so much for watching, and maybe think about sharing this with your friends and family. It helps everyone stay a little more aware.